Welcome back, Colts Nation. We have more free agent news where the Colts continue to re-sign some of their own. We just had a video going over Michael Pittman Jr. and Zaire Franklin and what their contracts look like. Now we have Tyquan Lewis, who all I know right now is that it's a 2-year deal. Don't know the numbers behind that. But also, Grover Stewart did get brought back. There have been other defensive tackles that got re-signed by their own teams, right? We're looking at Chris Jones and Justin Matabuke. So when we were looking at the landscape, maybe Christian Wilkins could have came to the Colts. Well, Christian Wilkins signed a massive contract with the Las Vegas Raiders. So Grover Stewart, next on the list, the guy that we need to bring back in the eventual case. And you're asking, what's the money for Grover Stewart? How much is that going to cost us? It's about what we just talked about in the video the other day when we were talking about Grover Stewart and Christian Wilkins. It's 3 years, $39 million. Okay, it's $13 million a year for the services of Grover Stewart for the next 3 years. And hopefully, some way, somehow, they're able to compare him with DeForest Buckner for the next couple of years. Okay, DeForest Buckner going into last year of his contract in 2024, and we'll see what they're able to do in the future. They're, at a point now spending big money. You're spending money. Well, Zaire Franklin's contract doesn't actually kick in till after 2025, but you have $13 million a year for Grover Stewart coming out in 2024 on the cap. Then you have Michael Pittman Jr., who's almost at $24 million coming out of the cap, or at least, per year average. I don't know what their cap hits are year by year at this point. But if we're just going to average this out, we're spending some money here. So there is still some money to spend, but they have spent a lot so far re-signing their own guys. The next one is going to be Kenny Moore. The question is, do they re-sign Julian Blackmon? Do they try to go after other safeties? Maybe that's kind of the thing that they're waiting on, is to see, what their contracts might look like if they're trying to get other safeties, and do those guys end up going elsewhere and then Blackmon ends up back here? Does Blackmon go somewhere else and then they have to overpay for a guy? We're going to pay attention to all the news that we possibly can. Are we going to go out and re-sign or go out and sign anybody that isn't already a Colt? We'll see what happens there. Any more news that happens, I will continue to let you guys know as soon as possible. So make sure you subscribe, have those notifications turned on so that you can get notified when any of those videos come out. Of course, I appreciate you stopping by for another video. As always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.